cause the man gon' try it. We rolling up, set the gas on fire. Classified intel inside of my mental. We rolling up, set the gas on fire. We rolling up, set the gas on fire. We rolling up, set the gas on fire. Classified intel inside of my mental. Public figures getting exposed, selling their soul. Plenty women turning into hoes to get that rose. R&B legends pissing on babies taking clothes. Playboy put a 10-year-old on the centerfold. Trying to envision home, watching the system fold. Oracles in the zone, white saging and chicken bones. Queens say they love me cause I'm woke in state. Gutter while they whipping that organic shake butter. Representing for that one after the 8th number. Cause what they cannot do, they self they try to take from you. I'm carrying the torch for the elders who ain't slumber. Them same brothers who save mothers and thanked of us. I astro protect you, a picture painting my worth. And circumnavigated the earth saying this verse. Got so aggravated with churches and faking purses. Became alert to the blatant mistaken matrix insurgents. Forgive me if I'm bugging on wildin' when you see me. Got a couple online personalities trying to be me. Emasculating black nation and making it look easy. Shit is goofy, my kneesy. Who'da thought they do it the Yeezy? Drop you like the Holy Ghost. Oh, that boy fast. Polaroids flash. Forward cars cash. Vibe got you leaning like a quarter half past. Most people don't succeed cause the support is half fast. Haters throwing stones. I keep a couple on me. Shun guide in quartz water. Keep a aura glossy. My tribe form like Megatron. You better gone. We done vagabonds from Babylon. We young. Liar, liar. Pants on fire. Don't get caught up cause the man gon' try it. Rolling up, set the gas on fire. Classified intel inside of my mental. We rolling up, set the gas on fire. We rolling up, set the gas on fire. We rolling up, set the gas on fire. Classified intel inside of my mental.
All right. Wake up. Grand rising, everyone. I appreciate you guys giving me your time and energy. This rising, I know it's been a minute since you've seen me, but it's been a lot going on, and I have just been absorbing what's been going on, the thoughts, the energy, and you know what I'm saying, before I wanted to give my $2, I wanted to make sure, you know what I'm saying, that I got all of the information, you know, that I needed. So instead of just giving my $2, I actually saw a post yesterday. It came out 2 days ago, but I saw it yesterday, and I think it sums up exactly how I feel. It sums up exactly what I feel that needs to be done, and I feel like it's a super duper message to our people. So I'm just going to read this post and, you know, give a few commentary on it, but this is really the basis of what is needed with all that's going on with the rioting, George Floyd, Rona, all of that stuff. So I'm going to read this. This post was by a brother named James C. Bread D. I don't know him, but this was reposted in a group that I'm a part of. And he says, and I quote, "We got to stay out of each other's way, yo. Some of y'all feel the need to talk about black on black crime, but you need to stop the black on black hating. Everyone has a part to play, and whether it's organized or not, if you know your position, then play that position, because all of us is needed. Let's look at history. Change rarely comes without war. Look at nature. Fire is the quickest way to change the landscape and fertilize the soil for new growth. Look at how we gained some freedom in this country. It was a few abolitionists with some political power, some peaceful protesters to show that they are ready and into support of an ideal, some rioters to add a little pressure that resulted in a war, which led to y'all's watch night service, because when the clock struck midnight, the ancestors celebrated their freedom. We got an unexpected result out of it all, because honestly, Lincoln didn't care about freeing people who were already slaves. He wanted to stop the expansion of slavery, but it all worked together so that today, even though there is still discrimination in lending and property, accusations, etc., you can still buy a piece of land and own something. So if you feel the way is voting, then do that now while the pressure is being applied. If you feel the way is peaceful protesting, then do it and show how free thinking we can be and focus your protests. And for those who riot and are ready for war, do it. And know that your actions don't last a few days, that one day the bottles will answer with bullets. And we got to have an answer for that. We need that same fearlessness. Be proactive in your area of expertise. One of my brothers pointed out to me that when an area is looted and ransacked, especially urban areas, 8 to 10 times it'll be gentrified. My millionaire friends get in position to buy the burnt CVS for the low and the crew in there, and that's how you grab the community back. There's a place for everyone, so we ain't gotta agree on the method. Just get active, brothers and sisters. As for me, this is him. I'll give my vote once again and see if the dart sticks that time. But I won't be standing by peacefully watching or recording someone getting beat or shot by a bigot or a crooked cop either. I hope you understand. Stay out of each other's way and prepare daily. I felt like that sums up exactly what I mean and how I feel. I keep telling y'all that we really need to stop all of this. We have to stop coming at each other. We have to just do our part. We're always criticizing one another about how we do things. You don't ever do that to other people. So, like he said, do your part. Let's stop worrying about what everybody else is doing. What are you doing? Because most of the people who got something to say ain't doing shit. Y'all are on y'all couches, y'all are on quarantine, you're watching TV, and you're watching the internet. You yourself are not willing to go out there and do anything. So I've seen a lot of that. That's why the last thing I posted the other day was simply just going through my news feed, seeing all the people that Harriet Tubman would have shot and all of the Negro peons who are trying to act like they for the people. If you're just doing this, that means nothing. I'm so sorry. I've seen a lot of people just coming at each other. You're a bum. I saw somebody call the rioters bums. You know what I'm saying? I've just seen so much stuff. And it's all a distraction. Stop it. You do what you feel you need to do to make all of this stop. That's what you do. You worry about you because it's all needed. He is 1,000% right. There has never been a time in our history that we did not have to fight and die for our freedoms. Your ancestors fought and died so you can be here on this internet right now. People had died so you can wear Jordans, so you can wear Mac, so you can get your hair done, so you can drive your car. Someone died so you can do that. You're not exempt. And I'm not saying it's going to be particularly you, but we are not exempt. We don't get to live up lash while everybody else. That's not how this works. So to all my people who are yakking, what you gonna do? I ain't even gonna front. I'm extremely proud of the generation under me. I am proud of them. Like I said, you can say whatever you want about what they got going on, but this is the most fire, the most, the most I've ever seen our youth give a fuck about anything outside of Jordans and goddamn Future. I am proud of them that they are obviously got their eyes open and they're doing something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought you know what I'm saying? I thought our youth was, you know what I'm saying, was all the way gone. But nah. Some of them are out there. And I'm proud of that. I'm very proud of that. Because this is what I'm talking about. All of this, you know what I'm saying, is bringing that unity that I've been talking about all these 3 years. That's what we need. We need to stand together. I took an oath to be a voice of reason to our youth, to our people. That's part. We all own our stake in this. And you know what, Jenny, I appreciate you saying that because Jenny, I grew up with her and she's a cop, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? And I absolutely been seeing, you know what I'm saying, the things that you've been saying. And that's dope. And I actually wanted to say that I made a post about police officers the other day that nobody made a comment about. Okay, it was a video by Clarity Croft. I forgot his other name, but it's a brother who puts out really good information. I'm going to repost it. He showed the lineage of what the police department and prison is all about. I'm gonna need y'all all to watch that. And like I said, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that I'm sure that most of you, when you signed up for that, that's not what was in your mind. You was not in there trying to be no slave rider. You know what I'm saying? You was more than likely trying to make a difference. You wanted a steady job to take care of your family, benefits, all of that stuff. Most people get into jobs and any career that they do because they need to sustain themselves. You know what I'm saying? So I completely understand that. But once you know what you're going to do, and I feel like that's something that all people that are in law enforcement need to absolutely, you know what I'm saying, take into consideration, especially if you're black. That's something that you need to look, you need to, because Jamar Milton had put out a video the other day and it touched me. They were protesting out in New York, and there was a barricade of these police officers that were standing there. I guess they were protecting something, and there was a brother at the end, and they were talking to him. And you can look in his face and see that man did not want to be on the other side, you know what I'm saying, of that barrier. You can tell that he wanted to bend the knee, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying, that he, you know what I'm saying, felt like he needed to do. He wanted to be on our side. He wanted to be there, but at the end of the day, that's his job. And I'm sure he was thinking about his kids and his wife and his mortgage and, you know, all of the things that, you know what I'm saying, he has to take care of and he's responsible for, and why he's even doing the job in the first place. So I don't want anybody to think that I don't understand that. But once you understand and once you learn what you're going to do now, you are now responsible once you know. So that's something that I want all, you know what I'm saying, of my law enforcement, you know, people that are melanated. That's something that you need to look into. Times are changing. And there's another thing that I wanted to say, and I'm going to leave this be. Everyone seems, at least the people that I see that are doing this, most of y'all are just, y'all talking shit, but you're waiting for this world to go back to the way it was. Y'all the ones that, you know what I'm saying, are still going to be good taxpayers. Y'all are the ones that are going to keep patronizing these businesses because you say you want to go, you know what I'm saying, you want to go against the grain. And you say, you know what I'm saying, you want things to be different and all of that other stuff. Well, that means that everything has to be different. If you want to dismantle the system, you have to stop feeding it. Don't you know black people are the biggest consumers in this country? We need to start spending our money with us. The government, white folk, Tamahu, whatever you want to call them, powers that be, Illuminati, all of them, they only respect two things: loss of life and loss of finances. Loss of life and loss of finances. If they losing lives like we lose lives, they'll change be made. If we get their bread, we stop buying their shit, they'll make some changes. Somebody else posted yesterday about those boycotts in Montgomery, about the bus. They boycotted for 381 days. Okay? That's a year and about 20 some odd other more days, about another 3 weeks. They boycotted the bus. And what I mean by boycotted that bus, I'm talking about they were uncomfortable. We're talking about walking miles to work, walking miles to school. We're talking about carpooling, 4-5 people in the same car to make sure they get to work. They meant that they were not going to ride that bus. They were going to make themselves uncomfortable. They wasn't going to deal with those, you know what I'm saying, you know, what we call comforts. They were willing to sacrifice that for the greater whole. And what happened? It worked. We can sit in the front of the bus now. So, those that are doing this, what are you going to sacrifice? You gonna go 381 days without your weave? You gonna go 381 days without that brand new? You gonna go 381 days without Mac, without Jordans, without Starbucks, without Gucci? You gonna sacrifice that? If you're not willing to completely change your whole life, shut the fuck up. straight up and down. Because everything needs to be different. We talk about sovereignty is the change that we're talking about. We want sovereignty. We need to be able to take care of ourselves, govern ourselves, control our own resources. That is the change that is needed. What are you willing to sacrifice to have it? That means you can't go through the drive-thru no more. That means you got to actually learn how to cook. That means you have to actually learn how to garden. Are you willing to do that? If you're not willing to do that, if that's not even a consideration, shut the fuck up. Because all you doing is waiting for massa to come right back and rock you back to sleep. You want to be comfortable again. And that time is done. Your comfort comes from lies. It ain't real. These whole past 3 months should have shown you that. That shit ain't real. How many riots were there in the last couple of days? I ain't heard shit about coronavirus. Y'all were out there with masks, but you damn sure wasn't 6 feet apart. Nobody was thinking about that. Right? Everybody good from what I can see. Y'all got to start using your brains, and we have to start sticking together. Stop listening to the news. And another thing, y'all, I'm going to need y'all to get real with y'all spirituality too. Again, I can't tell nobody who to pray to or none of that. But I'm going to need y'all to understand that we all out here in the same boat right now. Christians, you in the same boat. Muslims, you in the same boat. Hebrew Israelites, same boat. Atheists, same boat. Kemites, same boat. Nobody's God has come down and stopped this shit. Nobody's. Nobody's, okay? So this is not pinpointing or plucking or making fun of anybody. From my knowledge, there's about 42,000 gods that are recognized in this world. 42,000 of them. And not one of them motherfuckers showed up. Not one. No cracker, no skies. No nothing. Nothing. So I'm not telling you to stop your faith, but I'm going to need you to start using your brain too. I'm going to need you to start understanding that God is not about to come down here and fix this shit. There are already answers and solutions that are here. They're within you. They're within us. And we need to figure that out. There is nobody coming to save anybody. We have to save ourselves. Period. You can holler Jesus all day, but you better have that pistol ready. You can holler Jesus, you can holler, Allah all day, but you better make sure your immune system is right. You can holler Shalom all day, but you better have some resources. You better learn how to grow your own food. Because if you don't, you're going to be done. You will be sacrificed. That's just what it is. And this is what I need y'all to understand. I love y'all. But we have to do better, and you have to do your part. Stop fighting each other. Like he said, if you feel like I don't believe that voting works. Doesn't make sense. They've already shown us that voting doesn't work. They have an electoral college when it comes down to the presidency. You know what I'm saying? They're the people who are elected. We don't get to elect these electoral people. They're just there. And they are the ones who choose who sits in that seat. Period. That's not my opinion. That's the law. So, it doesn't matter how we, the people, feel about it. If the electoral college feels differently, they going with that. So I don't believe in voting. That's me. Now, I do feel that in local, may be a little different. I don't know too much about it. There may be some difference there. But even still, You're talking about, if you would actually, if you read Yurima Karama's book, Please, the first chapter is about politics. He has a very good outline of what our political party should be. And if it was to be set up that way, I would more than likely engage in that. But it needs to be for us and by us. We need to be the ones to elect these people, not given choices. And we got to pick through them. That's not a real choice. Picking the lesser of two evils is not a choice. Just the fact that we can't keep switching, you know what I'm saying, the candidates. If we don't like the two that they have, why can't we switch them up again? Why do we have to settle for the two that y'all said is only qualified? That's not a choice to me. So that's why I don't do politics. That's why I don't do the voting thing. But again, if you feel that that's what needs to be done, then do that. Put in your energy, you know what I'm saying, to find the candidates that we would vote for. You know what I'm saying? Do your part. Not every Tazara Path. I posted a video that she did a long time ago. She's super dope. Y'all need to check her out. She pretty much was saying how, you know, we're comfortable as Black people, as I said. And we always think, when we think of war, we only think of the soldiers. Everybody just keeps thinking about fighting and, oh, we got to die. Now, yeah, that's a part of it. But there's other, you know what I'm saying, there's levels to that. Not everybody's a soldier. For my military people, you know that you got people you got military doctors, you got nurses, and, you know, there's different places, the people who cook, you know, whatever. Everyone is needed. Not everybody is supposed to go out there and fight. If everybody's fighting, then who's going to tend to the wounded? Who's going to tend to the children? Like she said, who's going to tend to the mothers? Who's going to, you know what I'm saying? There's other things to be done. You know what I'm saying? We have the intellectuals. We have people who, you know, who fight with their minds and not their hands. People who are coming up with them strategies on how we're supposed to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone has to play their part and play to their strengths. This is why you need to know who you are. You need to know. There's a song by Jadena. The very beginning is his uncle, you know, speaking. The song is called Worth the Wait. The first, I want to say 30 seconds, 45 seconds, you know what I'm saying, of the song. And he pretty much says, we all need to, why can't we live together? You know what I'm saying? If we learn to love and live with one another, we can learn who is going to take the weight. And what I took from that is that there are some people who are meant to have that weight on their shoulders. And then there are people who are meant to help lighten the load. You see what I'm saying? Like, when I was a dancer, because I was the biggest person, you know what I'm saying, in the group, I was always the bass. So at any time, Karen would have us making almost like building some type of image, I would always be in the middle and I would always be the base. You know what I'm saying? Because I was the biggest, my body was the biggest, my back was the widest. So yeah, they could stand on my back, on my legs or whatever, because I had weight on me. So I had to take on that weight to make, you know what I'm saying, that whole image balance. And it was dope every time. So that's why everybody needs to know who they are, so that they know what they can bring to the table. Everyone is needed. Everyone. We all have our strength. We were all born here with what we got going on, and we need to cultivate that and use it together. That's why unity is so important. That's why fighting over stupid shit like who you want to pray to and who you're sleeping with means absolutely nothing. It's futile. Can't worry about that shit. Do your part. Whatever it is that you know how to do, you do that. I see my brother Andreas Cook is on here. The peace brother. If he was running for politics in Macon, Georgia, I vote for him. Him and his wife are, I believe, fix it for me if I'm saying it right or wrong, but they're going to be donating 25% of the proceeds that they get from their cook shop company, they're going to be sending that to any, I believe, BLM or any organization that is, is putting in their foot forward in what we got going on right now with the protesting and, just getting our organizations and our resources together, to help ourselves. Like, that's doing your part. Now, not to say that Andre is saying you ain't about to bust a cap for his family, but he ain't the gangstest person I've ever met. You know what I'm saying? But he's knowledgeable. He has so much going on. He has been teaching me so much. He would be absolutely an asset. We wouldn't need him, honestly, with a gun. We need his brain. We need his network. That's what we would need, from him. So this is why I need y'all to figure out who you are. Yeah, put all your information on there, Andreas. Him and his wife have a business called The Cook Shop. It deals with natural hemp. You know what I'm saying? Hope this is okay for me to tell this story. They have a daughter who has seizures, and none of the medication that the doctors were trying to give them would work. So they did their due diligence for their child, traveled all the way up north, getting herbs and figuring this stuff out, so they can save their child. And they figured it out. And now they made a business out of it. Super dope. They're like the modern day Huxtables, with a little pizzazz in it. Because, Cliff and them was a little stuffy. He cool. You know what I'm saying? But that's the stuff that I'm talking about. Okay? I should definitely hook him up. If you're in Macon, you need to support this brother. You know what I'm saying? If you are into hemp and CBD products, you absolutely need to check them out. And again, you will be doing your part in helping, with our agenda. So these are the things that needs to be done. Okay? So figure out who you are and figure out what you can do. You should have been doing that while you was in quarantine. You should have been figuring out you. Anybody can go, and get a job and be told how to do something and do it repetitively and learn how to do it. Anybody can do that. That's not what you were meant to be here for. Figure out who you are and what you were what you're supposed to be here for. And you use that to the benefit of your people. That's what needs to be done. Okay? So that's all I got. I ain't gonna run y'all out because it's been a whole lot of videos, a whole lot of people saying a whole lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm trying to learn is I just want to give effective information. I don't just want to be heard. You know what I mean? That's why I post a lot of other people's thoughts. It's not that I'm just, riding off what they're saying, but there's a lot of information out there and we all don't need to be repeating the same shit. You know what I mean? So that's why I am picking and choosing, when I come on here and speak, as well as developing, my podcast situations that I'm going to have going on. We definitely taking AMPspirationTTV in a whole nother level. Like I said, we need more energy. It's not just my thoughts. I'm starting a super duper divine feminine situation. I feel like it's not enough of us giving our opinions and giving our knowledge. So I'm going to have a couple of situations where we're going to have some awesome divine feminine, talking and, talking they shit and giving out this good information. All right. So I love y'all. Let's get to these little announcements. Of course, we're on YouTube. As a matter of fact, on June 10th, I will be going live for the first time simultaneously on YouTube and on Facebook. So I'm going to be making a bigger presence on these other platforms. Got to spread this AMPspiration and share a lot faster. And I think once they see my glowing face on more than one occasion, folks are going to hop on in. So make sure you subscribe and make sure you hit that bell and get all this inspiration daily, monthly, weekly, yearly, and all that good shit. What else we got? Of course, support the brand. Inspire Media LLC is taking off. We have the awesome t-shirts. I have to fill some t-shirts order today. So of course, if you want to get you one, just donate $27 or more to our PayPal or our Cash App. That's $AMPspire Media LLC or paypal.me/PlumpQueen. Okay, $27 more, get you a t-shirt. And this is what's, growing the brand. Getting all these programs popping. I'm gonna get some new lighting, get some more camera situations so I can do a little bit maneuvering instead of just sitting in this one place and Yeah, staring at you guys. So yeah, we're developing and we're just growing. So we need all the help that we get. So again, donate what you can, but if you donate anything more than $27, I will absolutely get you your brand t-shirt. All right. Also, of course, shop at tifiscorner.square.site. A lot of you guys have been talking about how my face is glowing and how I'm looking and all that good stuff. Well, outside of my diet and things that I'm putting in my body, what I put on my body is Tifi's Corner's products. I cannot wait to get my June box in. You should definitely get your subscriptions. She has new products that comes in the box before it goes onto the website, so you'll be ahead of the game before everybody. You know what I'm saying? Trying out all of her new things. And me and her have to have a talk. I need to figure out how she does this because, again, like I said, she is a mother of 7. She's a wife. You know what I mean? She just got a lot going on, but she just steady pumping out these products. You know what I'm saying? It's super dope. So tifiscorner.square.site. Make sure that you drop my name in the coupon code PlumpQueen. Get you 10% off every time that you purchase. Okay? Get you some savings and get you some good stuff. What else we got going on? Quantum R&D. Of course, always rocking my Quantanite stones. Never take this off unless I shower. I always keep the earrings in. This gives me healing every second, power every second. And I cannot wait until get my light therapy session so I can get my back to prior to my accident, because I developed arthritis throughout my whole body. Afterwards, I'm going to assume from the trauma. And even with me exercising and all my dietary changes, I still have arthritis in my back and spine. I still have to, stretch all the time and do these things. So with this light therapy, it's going to bring me my back back, and I cannot wait for it. So Quantum R&D, all of these links are in the captions. You should absolutely check them out. I've been taking their Alpha 7 and their sinus and allergy to keep my immune system on point throughout all this coronavirus nonsense. As a matter of fact, the doc has to come and see me today. I'm only saying this so I can, promote the product, but he about to drop off some herbal supplement that deals with PMS. I definitely need to try that right now. So I cannot wait until it gets here, and I'll tell y'all more about that. But just check out the website. Any ailment that you can possibly have, we have an herbal supplement that will help aid your body in healing itself. Okay? So make sure Quantum R&D, like I said, all the links are in the captions. So make sure you get you some. Okay? Like I've been saying for the past 3 months, my immune system's on fleek. I really hated that word, and that's the only time now that I like using it. So yes, we're keeping ourselves healthy, on point. Also, I cannot wait until next month. This is not really a plug. Well, kind of is a plug. I cannot wait until next week when I take Danny Parrott's herbalist class. I cannot wait. I'm about to be a certified herbalist. I'm excited about that. You definitely need to holler at him. His name is Danny Parrott. It's not in the captions, but if somebody in here can tag him, you know what I'm saying, real quick, that'll be dope. You should absolutely do that. Like I said, changes, guys. Life is changing, and you have to change your life and the things that you've been doing and the things, you know what I'm saying, that you set your mind on. Like I said, sovereignty. These doctors, I'm sorry, they're not here to cure you. They're not here to keep you healthy. They're a business. All day, every day. These last 3 months should have shown you that. It ain't just what we as conspiracy theorists are saying now. They have shown you with their own eyes that they gives no fucks about your health. They have shown you that. So you need to be proactive. That is why I'm taking Danny's herbalist class, because I'm going to be my own doctor. I'm going to know my body, and I'm going to know the herbs that I need to take to fix it. Okay, because let me tell you, all the medications, all those pills, all that stuff that they give you, they extract the medicines out of these herbs and add other shit to it to give to you, when you can just get that straight from the source. All you need to do is eat or consume that herb or those mixture of herbs, and it will heal you, period. You don't have to keep coming back and coming back and coming back. Okay? So Danny Parrott, you absolutely need to check out his herbalist class. I will be taking it in the next few days. I cannot wait. I am super excited. PlumpQueen about to be a whole herbalist out here in these streets. Not playing. When I said I was going to be sovereign, that's what I meant. Now I'm late on my garden. I'm a little late, but it's all right. I got my seeds, got my dirt and all that good stuff, and I'm going to figure that out. Speaking of that, also, I mentioned Tazara Path earlier. She also has a class, I believe it's called Concrete Gardening. If I'm not mistaken, she lives in New York, and she's been teaching for years, teaching people how to grow their own food living in New York City. Not having grass, not having grass fields, because I live in the South now, so there's plenty of that around here. But we got concrete streets, you know what I'm saying, in New York. We don't have super duper backyards unless you're in the suburbs. Okay? But she has been teaching for years on how to grow your own food and having, different gardens all over, all over the state. So she's somebody else you definitely need to holler at. Take her class as well. Teach yourself. You know what I'm saying? You go to these schools and these institutions, you pay them all this money, all in this debt that they put you in. You know what I'm saying? They barely teach you anything, only to get you a job. You need this information for yourself and your family. Okay? You'll save a lot more money on prescriptions. Okay? So definitely look them two up, Danny Parrott and Tazara Path. Okay? Danny Parrott has an herbalist class. Tazara Path has a gardening class. You definitely need to check those out. Okay? I believe that is all that I have right now. Yep. Shop at Tiffy's Corner if you want this bomb skin. Go to AMPspirationTTV on YouTube. You want this inspiration. And go to Quantum R&D if you want to help your body heal. You know what I'm saying? Itself. Yeah, that's what we got today. So I love y'all. Appreciate y'all time and your energy. And yeah, be safe and think sovereign. Be inspired. Peace.